Welcome to Improv is Medicine. I am Philip Markle. I am the teacher of this class and taking the show, so I'm doing like three things at once. But I'm so excited to welcome you to Katie's art project and the Brooklyn Comedy Collective, which partnered to teach this amazing group of students. We worked together over the last 5 weeks, I think it was, to learn some of the basics of what it means to improvise. And you can see here, we've got some amazing peeps, but I want to let them speak for themselves and introduce themselves. So I'll start us off. My name is Philip Markle. I'm a professional comedian, but a fun fact about me is that I didn't eat a sandwich until I got to college because I had a fear of ingredients touching other ingredients. Until I got to college, I didn't have a sandwich. That's my fun fact. And now let's turn it over to Sean.
Hi, my name is Sean Barnett. And a fun fact about me is I love caffeine. I drink a lot of coffee and soda, but if I had to pick one, my favorite soda is cream soda.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Gardner, and my fun fact is that I own a bizarre amount of scarves and sweaters because you have to match with the outfit and you never know what the temperature is going to be outside. Rayhan?
Yeah, my name's Rayhan. I'm 17, and my fun fact is if the food is not spicy, I probably won't eat it.
Wow, truer words have never been spoken. What is tonight's show? We are going to be doing some make-ups. We're going to be make-em-ups. We're going to be showing some videos that we created, because not only is improv an amazing skill to make up comedy on the spot, which we're going to be needing your help for. We're going to be going to your suggestions in Instagram, where we are streaming this right now, and we're going to need you to throw out PG-rated suggestions when we ask for them. But we're also going to be showing some videos that our three student performers, now professional performers, I suppose, created. So we're going to get started with one of those. This video was created by Ingrid Gardner. Ingrid, do you have anything to introduce this video? Does the character or the video have a title?
I don't really have anything to introduce it. Hopefully it introduces itself. But yeah, this is not an accurate representation of how I treat mannequins in real life. Just, you know, as a warning.
Great. Without further ado, here's our first video.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and this is my submission for the Mannequin Industries of America's contest to see what people have a sort of interesting relationship with their mannequins. That sounded kind of strange. So I would like to talk about my best friend, Haley. I hope you enjoy. Haley has given me a lot of excellent advice over the years. She's taught me that who I am is okay, because at least I have a head on my shoulders. Though, admittedly, that has been questioned. She's always been there for me. For the past 2 years, she's never given up. She's stood here in the dining room and watched as I ate all of my meals, watched as I played Among Us during most of those meals, and she never judged me for it. And she doesn't have a head, but she is the wisest person in the room. And she will always be by my side. She will always be my Haley.
Made through improv, created and edited by Ingrid Gardner. Very well done. Why don't you ask for a suggestion for our first two performers as these guys create our first scene? Here
Okay. So, any word, short word, phrase, any suggestion out there?
Small dogs.
All right, Sean, we ready for small dogs?
Small dogs. Okay. Okay, Veronica. I know. You've been asking for it for so long, and I finally did it. I finally did it. It's a weighted dog. and I know how much you wanted it, and I know how sad you got when the last one ran away, or supposedly ran away or run away, whatever we assumed.
I think the neighbors were involved. I know that aren't really suspicious of our neighbors, but like they've been sus since the beginning. Just saying. But oh my god, we finally got a dog.
Yeah, and we can love the dog. We don't have to worry about the neighbors, it's not a big deal because I got you this great new dog, and
oh my gosh, what are you gonna name it?
We could name it Ingrid after your friend, after the
Yes, we could. I mean, but isn't a dog supposed to be a pet? I don't know. Like, Ingrid's my friend. We could name it after. We could name it after your friend Sean.
Oh, that would be silly.
Really?
Sean's not a dog name. If I think a very
you think
nice.
Ingrid is a dog's name?
Well, if I was to give you a dog name, Bartholomew, perfect dog name. I know people like to name it like whatever, Scruffy or like or whatever it may be.
Dot or Spot
or Spot, but no, Bartholomew. It's got some class. It just shows a lot of strength. And I think it's perfect, especially for a wiener dog. I mean, people are always looking down on those little dogs.
Right, like, okay, it's Bartholomew. It is a strong, small dog. It is.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many little leg movements it takes to get up those stairs. He'll get up those stairs like a champ. I got it.
Yes. And just like you are also a champ for finally getting it. It's been so long. How much.
I know it's been like 6 years since that last dog. I don't know. It's probably I've been living out of this silly apartment for so long. I don't even. The guys at work, but it doesn't matter because all we got is
right. Like we finally. Wait.
You know what?
Wait. Did you hear? I heard some gossip today that our neighbors, the same ones who I think stole our dog 6 years ago, that I may or may not have bugged their front porch just to make sure that there were no dogs barking, because if our dog were barking inside of that house, I would feel terrible because
it would be absolutely heartbreaking. And what? Speaking of Bartholomew, where is he? What did he get outside again? Where'd he go?
The last I saw he was upstairs, but the last I saw he just went up the stairs.
I don't understand. Where'd he go? Oh gosh, maybe the neighbors got him. This is not like last time. This already happened. I can't believe this. No. But hey, I mean, if it's such a big deal, just wait another 6 years. Maybe we'll get I don't know, Barbosa. That will be his next. I don't know.
And scene. Barbosa. That's a great name for a dog to end on. Perennial favorite dog-based improv. Hey, everyone watching on Instagram, if you liked what you saw, give them some love in the comments. Back in BC before Corona, as it's written in the good book, we used to have theaters and people could show their love that way. So throw out some LOLs, some emojis. That's how we know that you're there and out there. Great. We're going to keep the show rolling along with our next video. This was created by Rayhan. Rayhan, is there anything that you want to say to introduce this next video?
His name is Ferdinand.
Excellent.
It's just all about Ferdinand because he's pretty obsessed with Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. It's all about Ferdinand.
The name is Ferdinand. Now people will very often ask me, how can I be as cool as you, Ferdinand? How can I be as successful as you? How can I be the ineffable genius of the guy Ferdinand down the street? How can I stop being a brainless little child? That's probably the question you're asking yourself as you stare at my very proportionate features. Well, I have the answers. I can tell you how to get things done. Here's a day in my life video. Enjoy it.
All right, this is how I start my day. We're up bright and early. Let's start the day off with some dairy. Now let's balance that out. Some chicken stuffed crust, light caloric intake, but jam-packed with protein. Why are you staring at me, Derek? This is my idea board. This is where my biggest breakthroughs come to me. Now, shoo, I must meditate while my next biggest invention enters my mind.
Eyebrows very much on fleek. Derek, do you have my champagne? His incompetence stresses me out quite frequently.
Hey,
Derek,
boss.
I'm very glad you're here. I was looking at our quarter annual report. There seem to be dashes in front of the numbers. Now, I looked this up. It turns out those are actually negatives because it turns out we're losing monies. Can you
We are.
explain this, Derek?
We're in a deficit.
What now?
A deficit?
Derek, I've told you many times I don't like when you use these big words with me, but since you're such a know-it-all, I'm guessing you can handle it yourself. Anyways, I have a dinner reservation to get to. It's at a very bougie restaurant. I don't think you've ever heard of it or been there.
We have
I have. I go there quite often.
we have 3 hours left on our shift.
It's called Chili's.
Been there many times
Anyways.
actually, boss.
Well, you can have another 3. I'm feeling very generous today. Protect my eyes from the brisk air. That's all I have for you. Good luck, Derek. I trust you'll use that very high,
But
smart
boss.
brain of yours. Goodbye.
Boss.
Wowie. Ferdinand. What a character for the ages. I want to ask what inspired that in one word or a couple words. What led you to Ferdinand, Rayhan?
So I was I just wanted to create a narcissistic character, and I was thinking of the Office, the show, and you probably know which character. I forget his name for some reason.
Scott.
Yeah, Scott. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do Scott. I don't want to be a copy of that, but I want that kind of self-important personality.
I mean, you made that your own. Kudos. I will go to sleep dreaming of Ferdinand and mannequins instead of sheep tonight. Congratulations. We're going to keep things rolling along with another Make 'em Up to introduce our next scene. I believe, am I right? It's Sean. Are you going to get our next suggestion?
Yeah, sure. I'll get her. Or who? Whatever. Ingrid, would you like to? You can take
Sure.
Take it
I
away,
would like
Ingrid.
you in the Instagram live chat to tell me your favorite smell. Is it pine cones in the depths of fall? I'm not sure if that works or is grammatically correct, but is it that? Petrichor.
Petrichor.
I like this
Wow.
suggestion. Petrichor is, if I remember correctly, the smell after it rains and everything just feels wet and you just feel enveloped in nature. Take it away, Sean and Rayhan.
Johnny, is our basement flooded? I'm smelling a bit of petrichor outside, and usually, we live in Florida. A little bit of rain isn't a little bit of rain. It usually gets pretty bad.
Yeah, but Rayhan, it seems that it just floods again. I know you're from Nebraska and stuff, but it rains a lot here in Florida.
Well, Johnny, something needs to be done about this. We need to call the U.S. military, some weather control out here. It can't be this bad every week.
Well, I mean, that's really funny, you say that, but yeah, no, that's basically Florida. That it rains like this. Seems like every other week.
Well,
But I mean,
maybe if it rains this much, maybe Florida just deserves to be flooded. Johnny, maybe you should move to Nebraska with me.
Yeah, and you make a very excellent point because Florida's very low in like sea level, and just because of the limestone, we get a lot of like the sinkholes and stuff like that. We do pretty well. I mean, it's sunny a lot. Like you may complain about the rain now, but I can guarantee you in a couple days it's gonna be it's gonna be hotter than the surface of the sun. So there's that.
Yeah, so you see how we're working with two extremes here. There's no balance. I want to be balanced. I want my diet to be balanced. I want my hip bones to be balanced. Unfortunately, they're not because I just had to get a hip surgery the other day. So if I can't have those things, why can't my weather at least be balanced, Johnny?
Well, I don't know what your hips have to do with the weather in Florida. I mean, that's not Florida's fault per se, and frankly, it's not Florida's fault really because Florida doesn't control it. It's just like a place. Like that would be like being like, oh gosh, I hate that Martin Luther King Road. It's always flooded. I mean, it's not the road's fault. It's not like alive.
Well, Johnny, if you ever studied geography, you would learn that it is in fact Florida's fault. The state, the geography of it. If it wasn't built the way it was, it wouldn't be flooded so much. Maybe it should just get a little thicker. Maybe throw some squats in its exercise routine, you know?
Sure. I mean, yeah, we can ask Florida to squat, but I can barely do squats. I don't know how well Florida is going to be doing squats. So I wouldn't put it past Florida, but Florida's pretty crazy, just like looking at all the wacky, crazy things that happen in Florida, like the weather, of course.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that maybe if Alabama and hold on, what's next to Florida? Johnny, what's the state above Florida?
Georgia.
Well, maybe it could start doing deadlifts with Georgia and Alabama on both of its sides.
I'm not familiar. I didn't think Georgia and Alabama were dumbbells per se, or I don't. I'm not. I mean, they could be, but I don't think that it's a living thing. I think this is where we're having some confusion with Florida. It's not alive.
Okay. Now you're saying Florida is not alive. If it's not alive, how come it excretes waste every year, millions of tons through its reservoir systems, its water systems? It's pretty much made of 80% water at this point. It's basically a human. I mean,
well, you know what? That makes you make an excellent point. If it does have at least 70% water, it could be considered a human. Now that I think about it, I mean, Florida's really skinny. It's got this
big... Wow. I mean, there was even some commentary there on Florida. Florida was getting read a little bit. Rayhan popping off there.
Fun fact, I am from Florida. So
not a personal attack or anything.
So not a personal attack, but I thought it was funny. Florida is a very you can really make fun of Florida. Florida's crazy.
I think we can all agree that improv is medicine. It's not personal, and it's okay to make fun of Florida. Cool. Well, we got one last video coming at you. This is from Sean. Sean, would you like to introduce this video?
Yeah. This video was the style, kind of the editing and stuff is inspired by, if you ever know Trevor Wallace, he's a YouTuber. And that's kind of like the what kind of inspired the editing and stuff. But this is about a guy named Dean McLean. He is a music producer, and I don't know how good he is at his job, but I don't know if he knows how good he is in his job. But here he is, Dean McLean.
This is where the magic happens. I don't think I said that, did I? Yeah, this is where it all happens.
Hello. My name is Dean McLean, music producer. Jesus Christ.
Yes, and I'm a music producer. You know, this is an ad for my studio or whatever. I'm self-employed. I don't work in like all the fancy equipment. I don't think I need that. You know, I think that's a little pretentious. I don't think that's real music. I do a lot of SoundCloud rappers, even though my real passion is more on the rock and roll side, but that doesn't really come in a lot. But SoundCloud rappers come to me because, well, I don't really, they don't have anywhere to go, and it's cheap. I mean, what do you think they got money? No, they ain't going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I do the diddly doos on the piano. I also play the guitar, but most of the people who play don't. Most people, you know, come in don't really like when I do that. They don't want me to play that. You know, they just want me to do the boop boop boopity beat beats, so they can rap about, you know, their mom or depression. You know, that sounds really good. I hope no one wrote that already. Jeez. I'm pretty good at my job. I mean, I've made hit records. You probably wouldn't know, but that's not the point. I mean, it's not about that. You know, when people come in here, I always tell them, like, hey, if you want to make something good, make it about girls. Make it about you liking girls. And then repeat it, and then just repeat that whole thing over and over again. If they don't like girls, but even then, but a lot of people, like I said, I got SoundCloud rappers. They come in a lot of the time. At the end of the day, you know, there's this quote I always think of by, I think it was Michael Eisner. He says, "We have no obligation to make art, only to make money." And that really spoke to me, especially because in my living condition, I'm currently broke. I don't even have like working like plumbing, so that's not too fun. And you know, music was a passion, and I was like, oh, let me write some good art and music and make people feel things. But now I just want people to give me money. If you're gonna come to my studio, you're gonna make money, I think.
I mean, that scan of that apartment really reminded me of my first years after college. Wow. Some terrible advice, but a great character. Not the person that you want to make your music or really anything for you, other than just some ha-has. And speaking of ha-has, let's close out the show. And because this is our last scene, Sean, I'd love you to get this suggestion. And why don't you be in this scene as well? So we'll have a 3-person scene, and we'll close it out.
Yeah, sure. Let's get some suggestions. Anything at all. How about favorite vacation spots, vacation ideas? You know, like Disney or Orlando.
That's in Florida.
That's it, and of course I go to Disney because, you know, Florida, good old Florida, maybe Hawaii. Well, maybe some more exotic places, or well, I guess Hawaii is pretty exotic. I wouldn't know. I've never been, but and you know, my biggest fear actually right now is Poconos. What?
Or Bora Bora, another place you may not know.
I mean, yep. Iceland,
Hawaii.
Mexico, Istanbul is in Constantinople now. It's Istanbul. I hope you guys got that.
Take your pick.
Greece. I like Istanbul because it reminds me of that one song.
Here we go.
So,
Okay, guys, family meeting. The Christmas break is coming up. Where do you guys want to go for vacation?
That is an excellent question. I think we need to debate this very exactly. We need to plan this beforehand.
yes, and if we're going to decide on this, we need to decide only using facts and logic.
Yes.
Facts and logic. That's it. So, which place has the highest GDP? Have you guys researched this?
very interesting, very interesting. I don't know, maybe somewhere in the UK. No. Maybe
Well,
Europe.
let's look up their foreign affairs.
I've heard
Ooh,
I've
don't-
heard that
oh.
Antarctica doesn't actually have a GDP. I feel like it's, frozen.
So
I
that's
didn't
out of the
think-
Their
question.
economy's frozen
yes,
right now.
I'm
sorry.
pretty sure we can take Antarctica out. I thought the only thing that is there is like penguins. I didn't think there is really anything else in Antarctica besides penguins. Do people live there? Can people live there?
Maybe people
Perhaps
are penguins.
people in
But in any
perhaps they
case, we should not
evolved
go
into
there.
But in any case, I guess we could also take out Greenland or Iceland or Greenland or wait, which one is the? I thought Greenland has the snow and the frozen, but Iceland is not. I don't.
That sounds
But it's
wrong.
green. Wouldn't it have the grass?
That would make a lot of sense, Maybe it was those Vikings. I think Vikings found Greenland, and to pull a big prank on the world, they decided to name Iceland Greenland to confuse people. So they say, "Oh, let's go to Greenland," and then it's all ice, and all they see is polar bears or something and penguins.
An excellent war tactic, I must say.
Yes, very good war tactic.
Very
I was
defensible.
looking-
Very interesting. Maybe there's somewhere with the Vikings. Where are the Vikings from? Norway?
Scotland?
Scotland?
New Orleans?
New Orleans? Yes, the
Perhaps,
Vikings.
perhaps.
The Vikings of New Orleans.
Right. I mean,
yes.
like,
I'm
okay, they
very-
came from Orleans, and then they settled New Orleans.
Yes,
'Cause they're new.
I don't even know what Old Orleans was. Was Old Orleans a place? I'm not very familiar with Old
Who's
Orleans.
Orlin?
Yes, who is this Orland? And maybe this is where our very interesting location maybe is Old Orleans before New Orleans.
Right. But if the Vikings were fleeing this old Orleans, they probably were doing so for a reason, but perhaps
yes.
they got attacked. And the people who attacked them likely changed the name because that is good battle strategy. Assert your control over this Orland.
Very, very, very great point, Ingrid. Yes. Then maybe this old and New Orleans are out of the picture. Let's think of something.
I was looking at the UN relations of Turkey, and it turns out its capital Istanbul has very close ties with Germany and the United States.
What did you say?
Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey. It has a population of 13.92 million.
No. I get that, but go back. What did you say about Turkey?
Turkey. It's a country. It's not a
yes,
food.
no,
Is
no,
that
no.
what you were thinking?
No. But who you just came? What capital of who? What is the capital?
Okay, I maybe I'm getting this wrong. Maybe
But
that's
I
where your
thought,
confusion is coming from.
You mentioned some Istanbul. I'm not familiar with this Istanbul. I thought it was Constantinople.
I'm pretty sure that's in China. Don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, perhaps it was also conquered by
Yes,
the Vikings.
by the
for
Vikings.
the Vikings.
That's a very good point.
Very good point, Ingrid. Because Turkey, if I remember, is fairly close to Norway. I think.
Yeah, it must be. I remember my great
Right. I mean,
grandfather telling
otherwise,
me
why would the
stories.
Vikings conquer Constantinople?
They
Yes, there were-
conquered it, right? They must have.
No.
How else did they get to Norway or Old Orleans?
Yeah, exactly. How are they supposed to get to Old Orleans if they didn't go through all of Europe first?
It's only the most reasonable logic to conclude our.
Right. And like
Questions,
also at the time of the Vikings, did the Mediterranean Sea exist? At that time?
Freeze! We're gonna end it. We will never know. Wow, that was the most informative history class I've ever taken.
Didn't Rehan say in one of the other skits, like, Johnny, have you ever taken a geography class? Apparently none of us have.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
take me back to
disclaimer.
high school, world history. Well, you guys, I mean, not only was that a fantastic show with live improv which, it's 2020. It's been a hard year for us all, but comedy is surviving, as you just showed. And I had such a great time working with you in this class. I really, really did. And I'm so grateful that you got to share it with everyone from Katie's Art Project tonight, in addition to your videos. So I am Philip Markle. People can check me out online at Philip Sparkle. You can follow Katie's Art Project, which you are probably watching right now at Katie's Art Project. And again, I just want to thank all our performers. Do you guys have any last things that you want to say? Any final words to sign off on?
Well, thank you, Philip. This 5 weeks ended way too soon.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm pretty
very,
sad.
very, very good point. The 5 weeks ended extremely quickly, but I was glad. It was a very, very fun 5 weeks, and I was so glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm glad I met you guys and grateful towards all the people who watched us. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Yay.
you.
In hearts.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everybody.